take a seat.
Okay, Valerie, I saw that your company does a lot of international business. You're doing business in like 50 countries or something like that. And you export cars to places as far afield as Russia and Peru and all over Asia. And
Excuse me.
so you're not just serving the Singapore market, right? You're serving a sort of global market.
Right.
So does that kind of like cushion you in a way because you're kind of diversified geographically? Does that help
Definitely.
you?
I think for local market, I mean, we have been in the local market since '96, and then we went to the export business like in 2002, 2003. Currently, we are in about 40 over countries. You're right about Peru, Africa, Trinidad, Cyprus, the Middle East. We have been, it does cushion. I feel that when my export business is concerned, we are actually helping our customers to sell because it's a B2B business. We are selling to dealers in various parts of the world. So last time, when business was really good, we were like, oh, okay, what car do you want to buy? And then you just got a queue. You see, while we go and accumulate. But today, it's more about how can I help you to sell because you are also a dealer in your country. So we bring in like STA to grade the cars before we export them. So it's grade A, grade B, so they can pre-sell, before. And then, of course, photos. We take photos, and I think the condition of the car is communicated well to them. And over at their end, in New Zealand, for example, they'll take our grading. Oh, this is a grade B car, and this is the photo. And they pre-sell. They collect payment in advance, so their cash flow is healthy. We are healthy, Basically, for the local market, yes, like I mentioned just now, sales has slowed down, but the opportunities are there, okay? Because our used car the price has reduced due to our COE, the recent $2 thing again. We are buying cheap cars now. We are buying cheap second-hand cars, and we're exporting them overseas because while I'm a local company, but I still feel that Singapore, it's still a small country compared to what is outside there. And there are people who are willing to pay for good condition cars. And I would say probably our competitor is like Japan.
Okay.
But their yen is rising. Our government is actually helping to bring down the currency depreciation, weaken it. So it's actually helping us in our export business as well. Within Pinnacle, there are a lot of buzz going around now. We have our business development team. We brainstorm almost every night. My guys are here. What do we do besides streamlining processes? We are re-engineering our IT system to make sure that it not just collects data, collects information. It has to help to churn customers. It has to provide information that can help us do more sales, sell more cars, which customer is paying well, or how fast are we collecting payment for this group of customers or that group of customers? Because we know the lead time is important today. Yeah, and there's a lot of things we're doing. I don't know.
You mentioned the $2 COE. I just want to ask you about
it.
Is that a freak result, or do you think it's really quite... Because we had one freak result before.
$50.
Yeah.
That's like 10 over years ago.
Yeah.
Right.
But that was considered a freak result. Is this also a freak result, or you think this is genuinely this bad?
I think market is weak, definitely, because COE is for local. Right?
Yeah.
I feel that...
It'll bounce back, do you think?
I think it's not going to be at $2.
Not
it's
$2.
A flute shot,
but maybe,
if you ask me.
Maybe $100 or something.
No way. I mean, if it happens, then I'm going to buy used cars cheap again.
Yeah.
Which is what we are currently doing. We're collecting orders. And
actually, it must be a great time to buy used cars. Right?
Definitely. But you see, the problem is, because local market is weak, right? So if you place your car for sale locally, you only have one market.
Yeah.
Right? But we are in export. So we have been export for so many years. Yeah, it's great now.
Right. David, shipping industry, your business is notoriously cyclical. I mean, everybody knows of the ship. When we think of shipping, we think cycles, right? Are there parts of your business which are more stable and less prone to cycles?
Well, I think the strategy that I adopt is the same whether in good time or bad. Especially bad time, I think you need to know what you're doing. So my simple strategy is to stick to your core business. Make sure that you know where to find the customer, and the customer know where to find you. Basically, at the end of the day, profit is sales minus cost. It's a very simple formula. And during the bad time, everybody is under price pressure. So you really have to look into the cost very effectively. At the same time, there will be lesser customer to focus on.
Right.
So if you look at customer side, make sure that the customer is able to locate you. All of us here is a winner of the E50. I would strongly suggest that for the first timer, use it well. Promote it. Because everyone would like to be associated with winners. So use this to make sure that your customer or potential customer know where you are. That's the first thing. Now, may I ask a question on the crowd?
Of course, yeah. I was going to
May
do
I know
that.
any one of you will be selling your car in this bad time? Answer is no.
No, wait.
Means that
Nobody wants to sell
I
their
don't
car.
think so. I'm not promoting your business.
They're doing very well.
The fact it means that you still need to drive your car. You still need petrol. Right? How many will go to Shell? I do. Well, the simple reason is brand recognition. We all know that there's no difference between Shell and Mobil or whatever, you know. Just because the perception Shell has promoted is a good brand for years, I will bypass every one of them and go to Shell. Even my lights are blinking.
But even if SPC is cheaper, you'll still go to Shell.
Yes. So I think it's important that the customer must be able to find you, and that is brand awareness and brand recognition. And I think most of the SME has these weaknesses. We are not the big boys, where you have muscles to promote the brand and the whole world knows. For a company like TrueMin, we need to locate customers who actually value the business with TrueMin in the past and hopefully in the future. I think do that, there's a very simple method to actually, what they call is segment your customer in different tiers. The good one, the potentially good one, and the not so good one. And this is the time that you should focus on the first two tiers. So for me, it's an opportunity. I will employ more people in the sales, while my competitor is struggling, to cut people. So this is the strategy that I will adopt. Now that's on the sales side. On the cost side, as I just mentioned, that everybody is under price pressure. So I think if you are the lowest cost company, you stand better chance to survive because you have to make enough gross margin to cover the fixed cost in this period. First of all, shareholder directors, we limit their pays, the pay package. Well, this has been done for years, not only now. And I can tell you honestly that the pay packet I receive is not more than 10 times the lower salary of my workers. But of course, at the end of the day, during good time when the company make money, we have profit sharing, we have directors' fees, we have this, we have that. That will cover up the so-called sacrifices. But I think this step will put the company in a very low-cost base to compete. Second is the employee side. We have what the government have recommended, flexible wage component. I think, first of all, 20% of our employees' wages are flexible bonuses. In other words, every month they have variable bonuses.
Every month?
Every month. For the past 31 years. And I also build in what they call the monthly variable bonuses, which you can cut in bad time. Of course, you have certain criteria. In TrueMin, if 3 quarters down, we are able to cut. So when push come to shove, we have 30% of the cost that we can quite comfortably cut away without actually retrenching people. We also have to speak from the position of strength, meaning that if a person is down with cancer, I don't think you can ask him to compete in a marathon. So for years, we have been actually putting back earnings into what we call the retained earning and into the bank as a fixed D or invest in some other areas that we can actually make money. Right. So yes, we are in bad time. We will face difficult circumstances. I think if a company or the people is well prepared, I think we should be able to see ourselves through. Right. So this is what we have been, doing anyway.
Take a seat.